Welcome to the Black Women Going For It podcast, and this is your host, Exandria Wild. That's how I introduce myself on the podcast, y'all. So I just wanted to come on here and first of all, if you're here to celebrate the 13th episode of the Black Women Going For It podcast. And actually, look, I need to make sure that this is actually the 13th episode. So hold on, let me go onto the app. And I didn't even realize it was the 13th episode till a while ago. And I'm like, yeah, we finna celebrate that. Yes, it is the 13th episode in the end. So this is the 14th episode in the end of the first season of the Black Women Going For It podcast. And I just wanted to come on here and celebrate that. And I'm super excited for where the Black Women Going For It podcast is going to go. The next season, I wanted to have conversations with Black women about Black women topics. And I have 2 topics already. And I wanted to just be a conversation versus me interviewing Black women entrepreneurs about their businesses. I want to have an open conversation to get open dialogue with other Black women. And I also am just excited for that. And I wanted to come on here and celebrate my 14th episode, this being one. And if you come on YouTube, you can actually see my reaction. And I am just super proud of myself. I have a wonderful, amazing podcast that allows a platform for other Black women and to discuss what they want to discuss, and discussions on things that affect Black women and how Black women can empower each other. And I'm super excited to see where the Black Women Going For It podcast goes with being more consistent. I feel like I should have a bottle of wine like go like this, but who finna clean that up? And all thanks goes to God, first of all. I almost forgot that. All thanks goes to God for me doing his will with this podcast, fulfilling his will for me having this podcast. And it touching people that he wants it to touch. And I'm giving all thanks to God for that. And I just want to come here and celebrate that, and just any words of encouragement or anything you would like to see on the podcast or for me to discuss, or people you think I should have on, please let me know down in the comments. Or if you're listening via the podcast, find me on Instagram and let me know what you want to hear next. Like, who should I have on? What should I be talking about? What, as a Black woman, do you want to hear about? What is bothering you? What is concerning you? And I'm just excited to do that. So yeah, thank you all for celebrating this with me. This is not a long episode. I just wanted to celebrate that. And this is like 14 episodes. Have I been consistent? No, but I will be. And I'm going to take my podcast very seriously. I even have had a talk with myself and God, like, what is one intentional episode a week? I can make time for that. I can make time for that because what I have to say, or the people I have on have to say, it's very important that I get that message out to the world, to the next Black woman or Black girl or Black teenager that's growing up and going to make major moves. I want this platform to be a platform for other Black women to grow and scale. Like, I want people like, girl, did you hear what Xavier was talking about in the Black Woman Going For It podcast? Like, you need to go listen to what she said. She was speaking some truth. Okay? So I'm excited for that. All things goes to God, and I pray that his will be done through me through this podcast. Once again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all to the listeners for listening to me talk. And seeing value in what I am saying. I appreciate you all so much. A podcast is nothing without, listeners and people sharing your stuff. And I am so grateful for you all for doing that. And I can't wait to see where we go in the next season. I don't know what it's going to be called, but I know I'm going to have deeper conversations and talk about deep topics with other Black women concerning Black women topics. And I know you all will love the topics that I'm going to be talking about, and I'm excited to do that. Glory to God. And once again, my name is Xandria. I'm the host of the Black Woman Going For It podcast. This is the end of our first season, and we are starting the second season next week. Wow. All right, bye.